Who do you
Same.
think you are?
I don't know, online they've been calling me cool guy, family, cool guy. Just got back from New York Fashion Week.
Ooh, okay. And what was your experience like?
So it was on my sun line, astrocartography. Is that how you
Yeah,
say it?
astrocartography.
Yeah, I
Okay. And
think
how
that's
did it feel being on your sun?
I felt like a celebrity
Why?
there.
What happened?
I mean, everybody just kept stopping me, let me know that how much they like my outfit. People was like, "Holy Christ, you're fitted!" It's just like I appreciate it, yo.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a nice outfit. It was Fashion Week appropriate. I didn't think it was gonna make that much noise there though.
Yeah.
Like not only there, but even on online too.
Yeah.
It's just the energy and how I felt. That I felt amazing. Each time that I've been to New York, each experience has gotten better
Yeah.
and better. It like builds on each other,
Yeah.
and I feel like a pool there. But I never felt bad there.
Yeah.
Never been upset about anything really there. It's just everything kind of, despite the chaos in the city of all the trains, subways, and stuff like
Yeah.
that, the crowds, I was never really like too frustrated,
Yeah.
and it just felt good there.
The
And,
sun
and
is
like
positive.
and again, yeah, the sun is positive, and it felt like
You're supposed to be
people,
there?
yeah, I was supposed to be there, and people were wanting to know who I was,
Yeah.
So yeah, celebrity like.
Do you think that that trip was already set for you to go there?
Well,
Meaning, like, life has already orchestrated that trip and those trips to already have happened. Do you believe that?
not completely. I think we had the choice to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't think anything is really ordered in detail.
Yeah.
I think the energy of your life is ordered. Of
Okay.
course, I mean that's what the charts are for. It shows
Yeah.
you the energy of your life and the type of behaviors that make up you
Yeah.
and your surroundings. But when it comes to the choices, is really up to you.
That's
You
the
know,
big debate in with astrology and birth charts and all of that because the more that you study, the more that you learn, the deeper that you go, you understand what type of life you've incarnated into, what kind of family you've kind of are incarnated into. And so astrology helps people understand the why. And so then it makes you think of the bigger picture of like, okay, well, does everything about us have already been orchestrated? Like, you know,
everything? No, I don't think so. Um,
like, are we really choosing?
so you're asking if we truly have free will.
Yes, do we truly have free will in everything? I do not personally believe that because, like I said, when you are unaware of of astrology, you look at a birth chart, then you start to study yourself, and you're like, whoa, like that is me, or that did happen, or So then it's like, well, you didn't choose that because you were already gonna do that thing.
Well, when you look at it, I believe you do have the free will, but it's within the reach of your chart
Okay,
and
what does
within the
that mean?
reach of. So I don't know if you have ninth house placements,
Mm-hmm.
you're probably going to be traveling,
Okay.
and there's so many different scenarios that can happen in that travel. So when somebody looks back at their chart and like, oh, that did happen, yeah, that happened, and so did 30,000 other things happen to other people too.
Yeah.
So yes, you can pick one scenario out and it happened. If there's 1,000 different scenarios in there,
Yeah.
something's going to be relatable to you. You have plenty different options in there to make. So you have the choice to make within the reach of your chart.
So do you think it's like a kind of like a video game? Like there's an end world, there's a final boss, like but you can manipulate the character to go all over the place,
Yeah, yeah. This is
but you'll just end up in the same
yeah,
like where you're supposed to be.
like Streets of Rage. You ever play that game?
No, what is that?
Yeah. Oh my God, you didn't have no childhood. Yeah, you started working at 12 years old and shit. You really a Mexican. Yo. That's crazy. ICE is coming for you.
That's really racist.
It is racist, but bring back racial humor. But Streets of Rage was a Sega Genesis. I think it was on other consoles too. And you had three fighters. Of course, they had the black dude, and he can only punch, because they
Mm-hmm.
thought all black people can box. Then you had the classic white guy, which is so-called the leader with the red headband and the wife beater on. And then you had the white girl. I think she might have been on skates. But you had
Uh-huh.
three characters, right?
Yeah.
You get to choose each character, as you go through the game, going through different levels, you could level up your character, but the puncher will only be punching still, but he can get stronger punches.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So our bodies, these avatars in this game of life, whatever makes up your chart or whatever makes you up, you can enhance that
Okay.
and then change, alter the circumstances coming up because you knew what level was coming up in the game.
Yeah.
You knew that the boss was coming. You knew that level 2 that you were gonna have more goons coming out the side.
Yeah.
But you had the option to level up in the level before that if
Yeah.
you would have made certain choices, but you didn't. So that's the same thing with our lives, is that you had the option, the choices, the free will to level your avatar up
Yeah.
based on the behavior of your avatar.
Yeah.
But people choose not.
Yeah.
So you do have free will.
Yeah, I think more so in this sense of kind of like what you're saying, like in Mario, like you can go through the entire level without hitting those little boxes
Yeah.
to like
You
get
can race
bigger.
through like a
Like you
little
can be
fire
like,
sign the whole
yeah,
time and not
you,
get no points.
yeah,
Well,
you
it's
can
like
literally get no coins, get no nothing, and go all the way through the end.
trying to finish fast.
But yeah, it's like, yeah, what are you getting along the journey?
Exactly.
So you're finishing, but
So yeah, you have choices along the journey. You know certain goals because you know the energy that's going to be about in your life through
yeah,
transits and stuff like
yeah,
that. You know what's going to be there and
yeah,
you know what's around, but it's your choice along the way to make certain decisions to help that ultimate decision out,
yeah,
or to work with that energy that you're coming to. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
I have a good example. I have a good example of, and so this is the conflict again of, okay, you have the awareness of, like I did some readings for some people the other day at this event, and looking at this one lady's chart, I was like, have you gotten any money outside of your actual job? Like, it could be through government, it could be through a lottery, it could be something like that. It's constant money outside of your paycheck. And she was like, yeah, I get child support. And I'm like, okay, so all the things that fall under that, let's say government assistance, um, FEMA, whatever. Like, if you know, okay, I got these eighth house, because that's the eighth house, these transits coming up, maybe I should apply for certain things because I feel like the energy is stronger there. Does that make sense? Like, if you know you could get government assistance.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So,
So if you have eighth house placements, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
yeah, so are you already doing that thing? Or is it like, because we like had those hurricanes coming up, those hurricanes, like people were on TikTok, like everybody apply for FEMA and blah, 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 blah. Like, if you know, like, okay, well, I got some eighth house transits coming up. Maybe I should apply for that because it increased my odds
Yeah.
of getting government assistance.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't know, like, would you have already done that anyways? Would you have already watched a TikTok and been like, you know what, like, yeah, let me do that too?
Yeah, because that's the makeup of your energy, is to gain through other people in that way.
Yeah.
Like, if you have eighth house placements, that person could be that, but they could also be a great salesman too.
Yeah.
Because of other people's money.
So, but I'm asking, like, were you already going to do that thing, or?
No, well, no, that specific career wasn't destined, or whatever thing it wasn't destined for you. It was choices made along the way that brought you to that choice.
Yeah.
But it's the same energy around of other people's money.
I'm saying, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, can you use it as a tool, or were you already going to do it anyway? Like, you're aware, like, okay, if I apply for this, I got government type of transits coming up, I could probably get assistance. Let me increase my odds by doing it now.
You could use it as a tool.
So
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, are you using it as a tool, or were you already going to do that thing anyways?
No, I think that's why astrology is here it's a language from the creator.
Yeah.
It's a tool to help play this game. Like when you're playing the video game Street of Rage again,
Yeah.
you can pause, or any game, Mortal Kombat, you can pause it and go look at the combos.
Yeah.
Our combos is the astrology.
Yeah.
Instead of just walking through this thing blindly and getting your ass bust through life,
Yeah.
you can kind of see the energy around and try to help and understand it. Now, some energy won't feel as good.
Yeah.
That just is what it is. You might take a loss in money or something like that, or you might sprain your ankle. I don't know, some
Yeah.
bullshit like that. But you're prepared
Yeah.
for it. So I think astrology helps better prepare you for this game called life. And without it, you kind of struggle in a way.
Yeah.
Celebrities, all the billionaires, they all have astrologers,
Yeah.
so they can prepare. That's how they got to where they are. Well,
Yeah.
some of them, you
Yeah.
know.
I think so, and that's like I said. There's a big debate of free will in the extent of like are we always using free will? I don't believe that, but I do believe it's a like you said, like it's a limited, like it's in within the scope of what you have.
Yeah,
It's like, okay, you got $500 in your bank account. You know you can't go buy a $2,000 bag. Like you're within your limits. You
yeah,
have a limit, so it's destined for you, kind of like I was saying earlier, of like it's destined for you to have a luxury vehicle, but the only choice you have is the color.
yeah,
You're gonna get that vehicle anyways.
yeah, yeah.
And so there's a debate with like not like astronomers, these quantum physics type of people, like what are we choosing, and then if we're not choosing, why are we here, what is all of this, why are we learning this, like all of that.
You
And
choose it.
so
Yeah,
yeah, like you said, it does help you ease the circumstances, because everyone goes through ups and downs in life. There's
yeah,
no one who's exempt from it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's nobody who's exempt from it. Like, I don't care what people think on the outside. Was just having a conversation with some friends about that today, about how they know somebody who presents themselves as one way, makes their life look picture perfect, and then the other person who was there was like, no, I lived with that person. Like, I saw how they were. So
Yeah.
no one's living a perfect life, and everybody goes through ups and downs. But it does help you understand, like, dang, that's really crazy. Like, I'm really dealing with this, or I'm really going through that. Um, when you learn enough, you kind of shrug it off too. Sometimes
Yeah.
you're just like, whatever, like, whatever. People are gonna just think this about me, or I'm gonna experience this throughout my life, and it's whatever.
Some
You
people
don't
have
take it personal.
some people have what's it, compulsive disorders though, to where if they learn too much, it kind of backfires on them because there is a level that everybody can take, and everybody's levels is a little bit different.
Yeah.
There's some people that can take on the role of knowing astrology and knowing things about people and about yourself. There's some people that can't handle that
Yeah.
because then they'll have to. It's like somebody trying to lose weight. I'm a personal trainer. I tell them, hey, don't step on the scale, but once a month.
Yeah.
Because it's going to mess with your mind. Your mind is going to leak out cortisol. You're going to get stressed. Why isn't this number moving up and down?
Yeah.
Those are the same type of people that can't get into, that can't be an astrologer because
Yeah.
they're going to keep looking, keep asking,
Yeah.
and whatever like that. They should consult them just like once a month or once a
Yeah.
quarter, something like that, because they're going to keep wanting to know more.
Yeah.
And why isn't this happening? Why is this happening? They get anxiety.
Yeah. I had to tell a client,
Yeah,
like,
so
I trust me, I love some money, but I had to say, like, hey, like, you come in like every other month, like,
yeah,
that's not live in the present.
yeah.
Because what I was like, what good is it knowing? What are you gonna?
That's why That's why I don't believe, and some astrologers and some gurus say the same thing. Astrology is not 100%,
No.
because if it was 100%, then how can anybody ever live in the present
Yeah.
when they already know what's going to happen
Yeah.
next? You know?
That's why it's just very, like, some do, because if it is a science, then you can get science down to pretty accurate.
You can get close, but
Yeah.
if you think about it, there's other people with that same birthday and birth time,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, and again, in each chart, thousands of different scenarios
I
can
even got
happen.
twins. I have a sets
Yeah.
of twins as clients.
But
who
even thousands out of those thousands of scenarios, if I guess something is going to happen, I'm going to get one of them right.
Yeah.
You know, probably even 10 of them right.
Yeah.
So, yes, because somebody predicted something to be right doesn't mean that it's going to be right every time. Thousands of different scenarios could have happened,
Yep.
and they just happen to pick the right one.
Yeah.
You know, but I do believe in that some people do have psychic abilities. So I've
Yeah.
heard of people using that outside without astrology.
Yeah.
Some people have a client of mine. She consults this psychic that All he needs is a picture
Yeah.
of you and whoever you want to know about. And he was pretty fucking spot on. They say he's like 90% accurate.
That's crazy.
So we do have these different gifts and tools here, and I believe people like yourself and like him are, I guess, like the gurus, the wizards. You know, all them kings and emperors had those people beside them
Yeah.
to help them guide and make better decisions in life.
Yeah.
Everybody needs that,
Yeah.
but it's only a select that can actually provide that information to people
Yeah.
on an accurate basis that aligns with their life. You know, and
And
that can and that
yeah,
can
but
handle
say and
that.
can handle it
Yeah,
because
that's
I
a lot
mean,
to handle right there.
it is a lot to handle because when you are aware and you see enough patterns and you're like, well, I don't know about all that. Like, I mean, you give people hope and optimism and but if you know enough, you could know the pretty much the outcome of a lot of things and but yeah, it's not 100%,
Yeah,
but
because you predicted the Super Bowl.
I did. It came to me in a dream.
Why didn't you tell me that beforehand so I could
I
play
mean,
some money then? That's fucked up.
well,
No,
yeah.
I knew it was
And
gonna happen
that's really
anyway.
that's kind of weird though. Like I'm not into sports.
Yeah.
I'm not into sports at all, but like that whole dream was literally only the Eagles in like happy and I'm like, what the heck? So then I took it like when I woke up, I'm like, oh, they won. And I text my dad and my sister like, oh, I had a dream they won. They're like, no way, because you know they're fans. And
Yeah.
I'm like, was I supposed to make a bet or something, or like, why did I have that dream? You know. So yeah, I do think people. I mean, that's what all of this is. Like, there's things that exist outside of this plane that people get messages and hear it all the time. People have dreams. Like, either they're just it's their subconscious like forming a its own story, or it's real and it's like I'm trying to tell you. Like I had a client who said she knew her, like whoever's the baby name before the baby was even conceived. Like how do you even know that?
Yeah.
You know who tells you that stuff, and why you? Why do you get selected? And people don't believe like people have gifts.
Thank God. There's two games going on, matter of fact, with the Super Bowl.
What do you mean two games?
You had the Kendrick versus Drake, and you had the Chiefs versus the Eagles.
So is
You
that
predicted one right. Did you think that Kendrick was going to take the Drake beef that far, or what did you think about? Did you watch the halftime show?
I saw a little bit of it, but then I went to go take a shower.
What did you think about it? There's a lot of mixed reviews online about
I
it.
liked it in the sense of like because I could tell what his message was about like his people and you know all about the culture because there were literally only solely black dancers.
Black males too that made
Yeah,
up the flag.
and all yeah. I
What
mean,
do
there's like a couple of
What
girls,
do you think
but
that symbolized?
that black men have the most power.
No, I think it. Well, it's a couple different symbols. With all of them, I don't like the word black, but melanated men forming the American flag is basically we formed this country.
The backbone of
We're
the
the backbone. Of
yeah.
We built this. This is our original land. We're the original people of it.
Yeah.
And it got taken, and it's our time to take that back in a fun manner. You know what I'm saying? But I think there's a couple different messages in it throughout the halftime show. I really liked the entertainment. There's a lot of people that didn't quite get it. It's just one of those things. If you know, you know. We're moving into a new era. Nobody wants to hear Rolling Stones at the halftime.
No, like they want to hear like U2 and
it's like nah,
what is
good,
it, Leonard Skinner and all these rock
Leonard
bands. Like nobody,
Skinner.
you don't know Leonard Skinner?
Skinnerd?
Yeah. No. Okay.
That sounds nasty as shit.
I
Leonard Skinner. Hell no, I don't know Leonard Skinner.
I'm just saying.
And I know music too. I don't know why I don't know Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, you gotta Google that, but Google it later. But
we moved past that whole era of pop and rock and roll.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad the Chiefs lost too, because that's the end of the fucking Swifties.
Yeah.
I'm tired of them, all that mess. I'm tired of I didn't like the Chiefs before because I always thought they the refs helped them out. They cheated and barely scraped by all of their games. But when Taylor joined the team,
Taylor, when she joined the
when
team?
she joined the Chiefs, I was like, all right, we got to end this shit. Somebody's got to knock them off. And I'm glad they got their ass bust the way they did by somebody that's real. Jalen Hurts seemed like a real person.
Yeah.
He doesn't come on there and tries to be an upstanding, like the typical quarterback that we've been seeing over the past couple of years and stuff like that. He doesn't have many endorsements. Him, I know you don't know who these people are. Lamar Jackson, because they are melanated and because of how they carry themselves and look, they're more of us.
The street.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I
okay.
don't want to say street. Like, damn, we from the concrete.
Hood.
No, it ain't
Are
hood.
they
It's just
ghetto?
more of
It's
what we.
not as like polished or poised or
Dang, you saying
like.
we dirty? That's crazy. You racist,
No, I'm
yo. What
just
do you mean
saying. You know what I
polished, yo?
like a.
He clean cut.
No, I'm talking about like okay, the way that what they call like code switching, like the way that people behave or
Yeah,
talk or whatever. You
that's
know
what you're
what
saying.
I'm trying
They're
to
not
say?
like the Eli and Peyton Mannings of the world.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Or even the Patrick Mahomes.
yeah,
They're us,
yeah.
and that's what they didn't want.
Mhm.
And I think part of the message with Kendrick too. Kendrick been putting that in his music for a long time.
Yeah,
Like they not like us. I think that's not just talking about Drake. That's talking about a good majority of the people that are jigaboon to the music and
yeah,
they don't really know what he's saying. DNA, the song DNA, humble, all that. You got to really listen to his lyrics. It's for the culture. It's
yeah.
for the people.
Mhm.
And hip hop is not the culture. A culture is the original people here.
Yeah,
And I think Jalen Hurts represents that. Lamar Jackson represents that. How you the MVP 2 years in a row and don't have no endorsement deals like Mahomes and everybody else? You know what I'm saying? Joe Burrow. It's some bullshit.
yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know about all that.
yeah, yeah.
All I
Anyway,
know is
so,
that Kendrick Lamar is a Gemini, and Geminis are like very big themes right now.
why do you?
Trump, Kanye, Kendrick, they're all Gemini sons.
So Drake beefed with two Geminis, Kanye and Kendrick, and I don't even want to say Drake lost both battles
You know
because me
who
personally,
else lost? Joe Biden. He's a
Joe
Scorpio.
Biden, who?
He's a Scorpio, and so is Drake. Joe
That
Biden.
Scorpio's losing. Like,
Scorpio is losing.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I think they say Jupiter is in Gemini right now.
Oh, you know what?
And so Gemini energy is like big right now.
Drake is a Leo rising,
Oh,
and I think Leo risings are shifting their careers.
they are.
President Trump, he's back in presidency. A couple of other Leos, I think, that I
Oh, I know
know.
a couple of Leo
Yeah,
risings who
and
have new jobs
yeah,
now.
new jobs or like shifts in their career, moving up, just changes, nothing bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Drake right now is going through that shift too. I told you he's going to go back to acting.
You
Like,
think so?
yeah, I think so. Like he's getting back to his other music. Him and Party Next Door just came out with an album. I think it's pretty dope. People hate it online just because they're bandwagon people. Fuck them. It's a good album. I really like it. It's pretty smooth. But it's just that's another thing. Going off on a rant. I can't stand when people just get online to hate what's it called?
Like a bandwagon.
Engagement fishing.
Yeah.
Knowing damn well if I go to your Spotify, Drake is probably number one, number two artist on there, and Kendrick is not. So you
Yeah.
can't take away from Drake's catalog.
Yeah.
He had everybody dancing for like 15 years or whatever,
Yeah.
however long he'd been out. Like he makes hit songs. He's a hit maker.
Yeah.
Now, does he talk about conscious things? No, he's a hit maker. Kendrick talks. They're two different artists.
Yeah.
But they're both great in their own way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't think anybody really lost the battle. If you ask me, the diss songs themselves, Drake's diss songs sounded better sonically.
Yeah.
But what Kendrick was talking about was deeper.
Because he's a
Yeah,
lyrics.
yeah, he's a better lyricist, and there's more art in his lyrics.
Yeah.
Like a lot of double entendre. There's like a lot of shit
Yeah.
that's built into that. Drake has some, but Drake is more catchy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I like to look at I know everybody's like, oh my gosh, astrology. But when you understand the energy, you understand the why. The Gemini is air, is communication. Like it's the word play.
Yeah.
And Drake is more of like the Scorpio energy is like more, I'm going to take you out. I'm going to, whatever. It's like, I'm going to say darker because that's really intense. But that's,
It is.
yeah, it's more of like that type of stuff, like subtle, underground, snaky type of stuff. And then Kendrick's like more of like the lyricist. Like
Air
you say,
signs are
like,
geniuses.
yeah, air signs are going to use the metaphor. You're going to be like, whoa, like that A minor thing was like
Yeah.
the biggest thing right now in music of people saying it, repeating it. It's like, whoa, oh yeah, ooh,
I don't
double
like
play
the song.
on words.
I do not like the song, by the way. To me, and I'm a supporter of Kendrick and his music since 2010 when I first heard him. Overly dedicated, fucking Section 80, which I still think Section 80 is still his greatest album that people don't know about. People think he just came out when the Damn album came out. I was like, bro, he had songs way before that. But this song here, the Not Like Us, I don't like it.
Well, it's just I think
I
also
don't
it's just
like it.
it's just a rebirth of people, like
Yeah.
people's brands, people's, like, you go through that. I think his, like, age, everything. We go through these new
Yeah,
cycles,
he is
so it's
35,
like,
36, something like
yeah.
that.
So you go through, yeah, around 35, 36, you go through that transformation,
I'm
like,
happy for him though.
yeah.
Yeah, I am.
So that's just what it is. But I mean, the initial conversation was about free will, though.